Sorry.
Good afternoon. That was quite a break of mantra rolling. We managed to fill the statue. Sometimes one small statue can take half a day or whole day. Especially if you're doing alone, you need to roll the mantra. And the smaller statue, the mantra has to roll so tiny. Sometimes just one line and then to roll. So it takes time. Then to fill also have to fill very carefully. But this is the teamwork. This is the fastest statue filling that ever happened. World record. So I will continue from the Vajrasattva purification sadhana text. So we discuss about the preliminary practice. And so in relation to this, the Vajrasattva practice or the practice of four opponent power is the main body practice, but it also has its own preliminary preparatory practices. The preparatory or preliminary practices are such as setting right motivation, which we discussed this morning. Good to set bodhicitta motivation for the practice. And also the bodhicitta motivation should be generated on the basis of having refuge in Buddha Dhamma Sangha. Those of you who are already practicing Buddhism, then refreshing the refuge in your heart. Then before that, the preparatory or preliminary is to have at least some ideas, some knowledge about the three principal aspects of the path. So with that, then you just follow the sadhana, the visualizations in relation to the four opponent power. That's how that you get the effective purification. Why recommend Vajrasattva practice for purification? Vajrasattva is the three-time Buddha's embodiment of purification manifested into a deity form called Vajrasattva. Similar like Medicine Buddha is the embodiment of three-time Buddha's healing. Then like Chenrezig, Compassionate Buddha is a three-time Buddha's embodiment of compassion manifested into deity. Like a Tara is the three-time Buddha's the activities, the power of activities, the blessings of activities manifested into a deity is called Tara. So the Vajrasattva is for purification. Let's say if you want to enhance compassion, good to relate practice in relation to Chenrezig. If you want to do a healing of health, like say mental, physical health, Medicine Buddha, can be most effective. If you want to gain blessings for success, mundane activities, spiritual activities, then relate to Tara. And if you want to engage into purification practices of the karma and negativities, negative imprints, negative habitual patterns, then Vajrasattva practice is one of the most effective. Vajrasattva, Vajra means indestructible, like a diamond. Sattva means mind, so the diamond mind, or the indestructible mind. In fact, all the mind of the Buddhas is Vajrasattva. All the enlightened minds are Vajrasattva. The Dhammadhatu mind, the clear light mind, the clear light body, the Dharmakaya body of the enlightenment is the Vajrasattva. And that manifesting for the effective purifications of the sentient being, then that energy, as a deity is a Vajrasattva, as a mantra, Vajrasattva mantra. As a yoga, then there are like visualizations, like the meditations, exercises are, all illustrations of all the Buddha's purification antidote for purifying the limitations. Mm. So the mantra, there are two kind of mantra. One is the long mantra, and another one is the short mantra. The long mantra is called the 100-syllable mantra. So it has 100 syllable. Even in case that one didn't really manage to, understand the detailed teaching, detailed visualizations, even the pictures of the Vajrasattva, and just simply reciting the mantra, understood that it can bring the impact of purification. If you recite 20, based on the sutra, based on the Buddha's words, if you recite 21 times of 100-syllable mantra, then it will stop any karma to increase. And if the karma is indefinite, can be purified from the root also. If you recite 28 times, the short one, which is so easy, like Om Vajrasattva Hum, 28 times, can bring the similar benefit of stopping or multiplication of the negative karmas, or any karma that which will act as a cause of samsara will stop. And any of such karma that which is not already ripened, their condition to be definite to ripen result, it will purify from the root. And those of these which already introduce the conditions, then as mentioned before, it will purify. It is the intensity of the result, and also the reduce the durations of the experience of the result. So there's so much of such benefits, Mm. And one of very celebrated practice in Buddhist tradition, in particularly Mahayana Buddhist tradition, whether you are practicing Mahayana Sutrayana or Mahayana Tantrayana, in order to effectively progress, in order to effectively able to progress on the path, in order to clear obstacle on the path, then Vajrasattva practice is engaged as a Ngondro practice, preliminary practice, in the form of retreat. There are many individuals, they accomplish 100,000, the long 100-syllable mantra in the form of retreat, full-time retreat. And usually it takes about 3 months. You do all the preliminary practice of the session, then the actual meditation according to the sadhana, then accumulations of the 100-syllable mantra, about 3 months. We call it 3 months Vajrasattva retreat, which also in Australia, I think most of the time in Chinese Institute or some other centers, they offer this opportunity to join. And Kopan Monastery in Nepal, our mother monastery of this center also, often, almost yearly, there will be a Vajrasattva 100,000 retreats, which are a 3-month retreat. Then in India, in Dharamsala, Tushita Meditation Center also offer this opportunity. So it's one of a very important retreat within Tibetan Buddhist monasteries and Tibetan Buddhist traditions centers, and especially in APMD centers. Or otherwise, daily you just do either 21 times or 28 times of the short one, all the time, because we are not free from committing any, karma. In everything we do, create karma. Any thought arises, we create karma. Any speech we pronounce, we create karma. Every move create karma. You know, there's no one moment we don't create karma. And those karma, sometimes negative, sometimes neutral, sometimes positive. In order to complete the full aspect of karma to do with any particular negativities or positive, then four factors has to be there. Four factors has to be complete. The first one is motivation. The second one is the action. And the third one is the object that to be performed the action. And the fourth one is the dedication or the conclusion. So in relation to such as karma of killing, when these four factors are there, karma of killing in the complete form you create. If not all the four factors there, there's a great negativities, but you don't create a karma of complete karma of killing. Let's say in order to create the full karma of killing N, you need to have a motivation to kill the N. Then the N has to be a living being. It's a living creature, lively. Then you need to perform either by yourself or you order somebody, or directly or indirectly, you use violence. You use action that can cause the life. Then at the end, you say, yes, now complete, is dead. That sense of conclusion. These four factors has to be there in order to complete. Even when you squash N while you are walking, not necessarily you complete the entire complete karma of killing, but you have created a karma, which is negative because it causes harm to anyone's life. So complete karma of killing and impartial karma of killing has a huge, difference of experience of its result. So similar goes to the virtues. Whenever we accumulate virtues, let's say you want to, make a charity, you need to have intention to do so. And the receiver, charity means receiver has to be someone living being who is in need. Then directly or indirectly, you have to cause to deliver that generosity. Then at the end, then you need to, yes, he or she receive it. It's either rejoicing or either, okay, my task is complete. Otherwise, just without just accidentally you saw one poor person and just give good virtues, but not complete karma of giving charity like that. So this is so you can relate to all other actions in this way. So now from the first opening power, the power of regret. So, and according with the Satana here, it says, first recall the definitions of negative karma. Any action that result in the suffering. So any action that result in suffering is the definition of negative karma. So if you happen to ask, well, how do you define it is negative karma? Anything that going to result suffering, either suffering of pain, suffering of change, or pervasive compounded suffering, then that categorized into a negative. So that's why before in the morning I mentioned even virtuous karma, that which don't have an element of renunciation, it didn't manage to become a part or dharma. In fact, it falls into negative. negative karma. Not a negative of the negative, but it's negative. Why is negative karma? Because it results suffering. It results samsara. Even though result is good health, long life, abundance in material abundance, like whatever abundance of food we have, comfortable life we have, is because we have done virtuous karma in the past. What is that virtuous karma may be? Generosity, charity. You have been very generous in the past. That's why you have abundance of material needs. But it's still samsaric experience, right? It is a temporal experience. It is not lasting happiness. It is not lasting benefit. It is still contaminated because it's going to degenerate. It's going to lose. It's going to exhaust. So therefore, is samsara. Samsara means limitation, suffering. Again, we have discussed quite lengthy that it's so difficult for us to actually recognize the samsara as a suffering. Suffering of change also difficult to recognize as suffering. We only recognize suffering of pain as a suffering only. So that's why Buddha says, you must first learn about suffering. You should know the suffering. So we need to know from logic, reasoning, and through the wisdom. Otherwise we won't able to understand all the suffering just by using our normal human intelligence. We won't able to learn. If we know, then by now every one of us we have a renunciation. All the smart people in the world will have renunciation, but most of the smart people in the world actually they are more grasping, more samsaric than some of like a very dull like me, very blah blah like me. I'm striving for liberation because luckily I'm not as smart as Elon Musk. If I happen to be like smart as Elon Musk, then I will be completely caught up with samsara, right? So not easy to understand samsara, not easy to understand samsara as a suffering. As I mentioned before, in order to understand samsara, you need to understand karma. Oh, karma, not easy. We need to depend on Buddha's word to understand karma. Because directly to understand all the karma, only Buddha understand it. Even not Bodhisattva able to understand the entire subtle karma. Not even the Arya beings, arahats, they will able to detect the subtle karma. Only the omniscient one, those who have an omniscient mind. So even for us, how much we learn scripture, if we don't have faith in Buddha's word, if we don't have trust in what Buddha says, there's no other way for us to understand what really the karma is, what really the samsara is. Even delusion is not easy to understand. Maybe easier to understand than karma. You see, so in short, anything that bring happiness, pleasure, is a result of virtuous karma. But anything happiness, anything pleasure, not necessarily truly happiness, not necessarily true happiness. So there's also a distinction, There's a happiness and there's a true happiness. And the happiness we normally define actually is temporal happiness, sensual happiness, emotional happiness. And that is actually a suffering of change. It's a suffering. So when we say virtue, we have to always remember that there's two kinds of virtues. One is the virtue of dharma and one is the virtue of non-dharma. Anything that virtue of non-dharma or worldly dharma means worldly virtue. It will not serve as a cause of genuine happiness. So now, what we want in our life, what we are working for happiness. Then if I ask, are you working for temporary happiness or lasting happiness? Of course, everybody will say, I'm longing for lasting happiness. If you want true happiness or if you want fake happiness, and surely you will say, I want true happiness, right? So the true happiness, lasting happiness, actually the main characteristic of enlightenment, the Buddhahood. So whether you mention I want to be Buddha or not, every living being actually is striving for Buddhahood. Whether you are religious or not, whether you are other believer of the Buddhism, whether Mahayana, Hinayana, whether non-believer, whether it's a dog, whether it's a human being, whether it's any other creatures, one thing, sameness is everybody looking for lasting true happiness. Means everybody in the same page, actually, ultimately. Everybody is striving for genuine liberation, genuine enlightenment. People just don't know how to pronounce it. Or sometimes people don't just want to pronounce it because it's something to do with Buddhism. You see? So therefore, if we want true happiness, and the true happiness, we need to create it. True happiness don't just comes in our way. It's also not created by something else, someone else. You see, so it is the nature of interdependent existence. It is nature exists in the cause and effect. It's just an effect of causes and conditions. It is dependent on the right, interdependent on the right cause and condition. What are the right cause and condition? Dharma, virtue. And dharma, again, we cannot take it as a religious term. Of course, we use as a religious term. Whenever we say dharma, it sounds like religious. Actually, dharma is not talking about religious. If you go and understand the exact meaning, the Sanskrit language of dharma means tool to fix the problem. The tools to fix the problem.
The truth.
Toolbox. Yeah, toolbox to fix the broken engine. So the Dharma is to fix the broken mental engine. So our mind at the moment is like a broken car, broken engine, broken engine, corrupted, polluted. So the Dharma is just simply a tool to clean it, transform it, purify it. So Dharma is actually a tool to transform our mind. Wisdom, and the tool is what? Wisdom or methods. And it's wisdom and method, nothing to do with the religious thing. Everybody look for wisdom, acquire wisdom. Everybody acquire right methods, right? So therefore, it is rightly that we should accumulate, or we should abide in accordance with the Dharma virtue. Okay, so again, maybe I'm repeating, but Dharma virtues like love, compassion, genuine love, genuine compassion, are Dharma virtue. Genuine wisdom of selflessness, egolessness, genuine Dharma virtue. You see, so by accumulating that, then it will result everlasting happiness. So so let's say if you need to go for a test, then what is the definition? Can you write down the definition of virtues? Virtuous karma. And say, definition of virtuous karma, that action, that anything resulting happiness. 100 over 100 mark. You say, what is the definitions of negative karma? The action that brings suffering. 100 over 100 marks. And if you ask you to write some kind of understanding about virtuous karma and negative karma, and you want to write down a little bit more to get slightly extra marks, then they say, virtuous karma, there are two kinds, Dharma virtue, non-Dharma virtue. And Dharma virtue result true happiness, and non-Dharma virtue bring happiness, but it's temporary happiness, and which is still samsara, like that, So anyway, it says, so first recall the definition of the negative karma like this, what we've been discussing. You need to think like that. Any action that results in suffering, usually an action motivated by. So what do you mean by any action that is resulting suffering means defined by motivation. So again, the major defining of virtuous karma, non-virtuous karma, the perfect virtuous karma, or ordinary virtuous karma is defined by motivation. So if you have a motivation of bodhicitta, most perfect of the perfect virtue, the most powerful virtue. If your motivation is just liberation by self-liberation, it's good, but not as powerful as the earlier one. Then the third one is, the last one is, just want to have a good life. So I don't want to get into any trouble. So I shouldn't create any trouble to anybody. It's good, wonderful. It's also virtuous, you see, but it's beneficial only for now, not, but it's still wonderful, right? So anything that motivated by ignorance, then is negative, it becomes negative. Anything that illusory action out of attachment grasping or anger, then become non-virtuous, like that, So that means like always have to be mindful to have a good motivation. And easiest and best and always wonderful to recall the motivation of bodhicitta. The bodhicitta is the best, at least in the morning, even though you may not remember every single before the action that you perform, but at least in the morning, the moment you wake up, then you generate bodhicitta motivation for the rest of your existence, rest of your day. And how to do that? Simply, may I able to bring entire limitless sentient beings in the state of peerless of happiness, of enlightenment. For that, I also wish to achieve that state of enlightenment. For that purpose, I want to dedicate entire rest of my day, whatever I do, may it be for that cause. Then even in the daytime, you don't remember at all, entire your day, even cooking, sleeping, washing, everything become perfect virtue, not just only virtue, but perfect virtue. So then it says, almost every action I do, 24 hours. So this Lama Zopa Rinpoche have write down like this. Almost every action I do, 24 hours a day, is motivated by holy concern, the attachment to the comfort of this life. It is like this from birth to death in this life, and has been like that from beginningless rebirth. Usually it's like that. Nearly every action I have ever created has been non-virtuous, the cause of suffering. Not only that, but continuously I've also been breaking my patimoksha, bodhisattva, tantric vows. Like we have taken refuge, but then sometimes we didn't uphold the refuge precepts, and sometimes, we hold like a lay vows, like let's say no killing, no stealing, no lying, but then we break them. In relation to refuge vow, minimum, if you cannot benefit others, at least you don't hurt anybody else. But then sometimes we do hurt other people, Bodhisattva vows, how many times we forget about concerning the well-being of others. And sometimes we become quite selfish. And there we transgress. About tantric vows, sometimes we don't have a good samaya with the guru. We sometimes see limitations in the guru. Sometimes we don't do any yoga in relation to the deities. So it happens like that. So therefore, what it really means is that purification is so urgent, needed. Worst of all, I have created the heaviest of negative karma in relation to my virtuous friend, getting angry at them, generating wrong views, having non-devotional thoughts towards them, the virtuous friend is also talking about gurus, spiritual teachers, harming their holy body and disobeying their advice. So guru's advice is, what is guru's advice? What is guru's advice is, liberate ourselves. You leaving? Oh, okay, thank you. Thank you. Come here. This higher giver, protection chakra. Now you know why it marked here. wait here, wait. More, one more. Thank you. Take care. Oh. You see, as a Buddhist, our virtuous friend is Shakyamuni Buddha. Always. Shakyamuni Buddha is always our teacher, our guru. We not necessarily need human guru. If you have, wonderful. But what the qualified guru, realized gurus like Shakyamuni Buddha and your spiritual guru want us is never to commit non-virtues and commit only virtues, and always ask us to not to be delusional, be happy, be positive. But how many times we don't obey that, right? Ask us to be happy, but we choose, sometimes we almost like choose to be unhappy. There are so many beautiful reasons to be happy, but then sometimes we choose to think all the negative reasons to be unhappy. And Guru teach us, always remember those good things you have done in your life. But we choose to think those bad things we have done in our life. You say there's no benefit thinking about the wrongdoings of others because it hurts you. It just contaminates you. And think about the good qualities of others. If there's any, just think of them, even though it can be just little or one. But we choose sometimes, we choose to think all the false part of others. We hardly. So this, just doing that, we can understand that we are actually disobeying the guru, disobeying the virtuous friend. Like we are, in another word, we are not listening to what Buddha says. We most of the time do opposite, at least me. I don't know about you, but I do most of the time opposite. And then suffer, then sometimes we doubt the refuge, we doubt the Buddha, how come you're supposed to protect me, but then I'm suffering? No, he tried to protect in every ways, but then we never pay attention, we never listen, we never, obey the advice. So even that, in fact, transgress our refuge precepts, in relation to Buddha. Because when we first time take refuge, they say, I submit completely under your control, under your protection. It's just a lip sync, You think carefully, we really didn't mean it. I will listen to my own mind, and my own mind is, we know, is delusional, ignorant, grasping, right? So that's what happens. You see, when we are unhappy, there's no room for virtue. When we are unhappy, very difficult for us to, develop any good wisdom or good attitude when we are unhappy. So it is so essential, so important to be happy, and we will appreciate when we're happy. We like it. Who do not like being happy, right? And we have choice to be happy. Honestly, we think we have no choice to be happy. We have choice to be happy, but we choose not to be happy. Really. We have so many kind of tools, like right thinkings are there. We never use it, and sometimes like everything is all right. Had a big breakfast, comfortable bed, weather is perfect, people are perfect, but then in the room just feel so down. Just feel like as if like so lost, so lonely. We don't have to be in that position. We literally don't have to be in that position, but we somehow we go into that position, and that's simply because of you are not taking good care of yourself. Buddha asks us to take good care of ourselves. Buddha asks us to take good care of entire numberless sentient beings, and the first one is yourself. And we don't take good care of ourselves. Buddha says compassion is most important at the initial level, at the middle, at the end. Even Buddha himself, why he managed to be beneficial to the world? Because of compassion. And why in the first place that he pursued enlightenment? Because of compassion. Why in the middle that he able to steadily progress on the Buddhist path? Because of compassion. And he said compassion from the very beginning, you need to exercise it in real time. With who? With sentient being. Who is that? Is you. Even in the Mahayanic teaching, is all sentient beings. Start from yourself. And this is the way to take good care of ourselves, taking good care of ourselves, servicing ourselves, our own benefit through the tools of compassion and love. You see, if we truly, love means if you truly love yourself, you may say, I love myself, but sometimes you don't mean it. You just simply lip sync. You don't really truly love yourself, because the way how much harm you bring to yourself, they're already proven that you don't love yourself. You say, I don't bother about taking care of everybody, but at least I should take care of myself. Everybody will say like that. But no, you're lying. You're lying, actually. You're not taking good care of yourself. Everything you do for yourself make you become more confused, more hallucinated, and more selfish, more arrogant, more isolated, more depressed. So what do you mean by you are taking good care of yourself? You're totally feeding toxics.
You're lying to yourself.
You're lying to yourself. The biggest lie. In the name of that, say, I'm taking good care of myself. So if you're really taking good care of yourself, means you need to express genuine love to yourself. Means I want myself to be happy, and you need to cause it. You need to condition it. And one simple way is protecting our mind from the intrusions of negative emotions like anger, jealousies, depressions, low self-esteem. You see, the love has to be expressed with deep respect to yourself, deep respect. How to gain deep respect to yourself? To know yourself, your true being. Who is your true being? Who is that? Buddha being. Not that somebody say you are not good enough. Not that one. That's not you.
The voice inside your head.
Or the voice inside your head that's saying that I'm not good enough. It's not that one. That's not you at all. That is just someone's is a projections of limited mind. If it's going in your own head, it's just a projections of your limited thoughts, not a wisdom's way of understanding you. They never manage to see you exactly who you are. Who you are is that Buddha being, that peace lover, that who appreciate compassion, who appreciate positivities, who enjoy, all the positivities. That's you. That Buddha being is you. You see, when we talk about genuine love, you need to gain that respect. With the knowledge of who really you are, the Buddha being. Then when you walk, when you be like really like, what you call head held up or nose held up, whatever way, means like genuine confident, yeah, like, yeah. So you see, so when you have that respect to yourself, then there's no room for depression. There's no room for feeling loneliness. There's no room in anything physically, environmentally, whatever limitation there. That's nothing. That's just a fracture. That's just like tiny dot of who you are. It's just a tiny dot who you are, like that. So this is what it means. Buddha asks us to practice this love. Buddha asks us to take care of ourselves in this way. Never let the intrusions of low self-esteem, disrespect to yourself, all this, you see. So similar way, take care of ourselves through the tools of compassion. Never want me to suffer. But if we don't expressing genuine compassion, even though your word says that I never want to suffer, but then when the anger comes, you welcome the anger. So that means you don't mean it, that you don't want to suffer, But when anger comes, you support the anger. When anger says something, you even put more. You contribute more to what the anger's idea is, exaggerate, polarize, right? Yeah, welcome the anger. We always welcome anger. We always welcome low self-esteem. We always welcome loneliness. We always welcome all the negativities. We welcome. That means we are not expressing compassion, genuine compassion. So in the Mahayana teaching, if you are unable to succeed, expressing genuine compassion and love to yourself, you have no basis for you to able to convince to express that to others. Because ourself has to be the reason. That's why even bodhicitta, in order to liberate all sentient beings to the state of Buddhahood, I must become Buddha. You have to become Buddha for that to do that job, right? So in order to elevate the suffering of all beings, I need to be free from suffering. Let's say if we want to bring happiness, mental happiness to others, our mind has to be happy, right? If we physically want to serve others, our physical body has to be strong. You see, so always start from self, and which is practical, and which makes sense. And Dharma practice is nothing like about forgetting about self. You see, So this one is the from the four opponent power, the power of regret. So that means we need to know all the wrong things that we have done. So that's why it's like quite like as if like like we have done so many bad things. He said now even more. He said, worst of all, I have created the heaviest of negative karma in relation to my virtuous friend, getting angry at them, generating wrong views, having non-devotional thoughts towards them, harming their holy body, and disobeying their advice. Having this negative imprint on my mental continuum is unbearable. You need to think like that. It is as if I have swallowed lethal poison. The opponent power of the regret of the negativity, that you need to develop that kind of urgency, that as if that you have just swallowed the poison and you try to spit it out, vomit it out, that kind of urgency you have to develop in our heart. Therefore, I must practice the antidote right away and purify all this negative karma immediately without second delay. So in this way, by reflecting on all the teachings that I mentioned before, in this way, generate a strong feeling of urgency and regret. Lama Subramanian says, many people my age or younger have died. It is a miracle that I am still alive and have this incredible opportunity to purify my negative karma. So when we think about that, I can purify negative karma, you should think how fortunate I am. Some people pass away, they don't even have the opportunity. And by knowing, karma will continue to increase. Just dying doesn't stop the karma. You see? So, we have a life, we have a dharma, then, we should, I think there's a battery also dying. When you talk about death, when I talk about death, then I saw the iPad is almost death. So death is certain, but time is most uncertain. We need to think like that. Death is certain, but time of death is uncertain. Mhm. If I were to die right now, I would definitely be born in the lower realm because I haven't purified all the karma. So because I could not practice the Dharma, there I would remain in the lowest realm for countless eons. Therefore, how unbelievably fortunate I am to be able to purify my negative karma right now without even a second delay by practicing the Vajrasattva meditation recitation. So we need to think like that. Then after that, there's a visualization. So how to visualize when you want to get into the actual antidote, applying the antidote Vajrasattva practice. So he says, visualize above the crown of my head, seated upon the lotus and moon seat. So on top of your head, or sometimes you can also visualize in front, but most beneficial to visualize on crown. Then you just simply feel or visualize there's a 8-petal, magnificent, beautiful, giant lotus. Then in the center of that lotus, you feel like the moon disk. It's bright and soothing, like that kind of like feeling. And on top of that, Vajrasattva. So Vajrasattva has a major two forms. One is the solitary, just the father, Vajrasattva father, a male form, holding Vajra bell, in white in color. Those of you who have initiation in relation to the Vajrasattva father mother, then there's a wisdom mother and the Vajrasattva father together. You can visualize. This particular sadhana is in relation to solitary Vajrasattva, just the father. So how should we visualize? His body is white. He has one face and two arms. In his right hand, he holds a dorje or the Vajra at his heart. And in his left hand, he holds a bell, which is resting on his left thigh like this, holding a bell, resting like this. The Vajra is holding like that. He is adorned with the 6 mudras and sit in the Vajra posture. So the different kind of body postures where gaze, Vajrasattva is my root guru. If you already have a spiritual guru, from whom you have taken refuge, vows, teachings, to whom you feel that he or she is your spiritual teacher, spiritual mentor, spiritual guru, then there's a special benefit regarding Vajrasattva, not just as a deity, but Vajrasattva as your guru. It's like one entity in the same nature. And his holy mind of all the Buddhas. So the Vajrasattva's holy mind is not just a guru's mind, not just the guru, but also carry all the Buddha's holy mind. The Dharmakaya, one essence, the Dharmakaya of all the 3-time Buddhas, who out of his unbearable compassion, which embraced me and all other sentient beings, appears in this form and purify me and all others. So you can remember these purposes. In this way, your mind is transformed into Guru devotion, the root of the all blessings and realizations of the path to enlightenment. So it also become, we call the Guru Yoga practice, not just a deity yoga, not just a deity practice to Vajrasattva, but also integrating the Guru as a Vajrasattva or Vajrasattva as your Guru. Then it becomes Guru Yoga practice. And Guru Yoga practice is, among all the practice, understood as the most effective practice. On a mundis at Vajrasattva's heart, now Vajrasattva's heart, there's a 6-syllable hum encircled by a garland of the 100-syllable mantra. So the syllable hum in white color, if you know the letter, you can visualize them. If you don't know the letter hum, you just simply feel and see through your wisdom eye, there's a white kind of energy, light energy in the center of Vajrasattva who's sitting on your crown. If you want to label that particular energy, you label as a hum. And around that syllable hum, encircle the 100-syllable mantra. So again, if you know the mantra, even if you know the characters, then you can visualize them one by one. If not, there's just a garlands of the white energy. There are 100 different, like bits of energy. It's like it forms as a rosary around that syllable hum. And if you want to label what is that, called the 100-syllable mantra of Vajrasattva. A powerful stream of white nectar follow from the hum and the mantra garland. And I am cleansed of all sickness, spirit harms, negative karma, and obscurations. So from the mantra syllable hum and the 100-syllable, there's like kind of like a white cloud, like a cloud carry a rain. The white cloud of energy, radiance of the light, carrying the nectar, white color, that which carries the purification antidote of all the 3-time Buddhas through this mantra, then arrive onto you. And it can enter from the crown. So their visualization will also mention later, but in just a brief introduction onto that, there are 3 kind of visualizations you can do. The first one is like a showering. Like when you shower, water splash onto, like that, then you wash away, right? So it's not just from outside, but also, enter from the crown chakra. Then all the nectars and light, fill entire your head or the crown chakra. Then whatever negativities that accumulated through your body is purified. Then the nectar and the light continue to flow from the neck, then the entire in the throat chakra is filled and purify any karma committed by speech. Then continue to nectar flow to the heart chakra, then reach to entire your body, so entire crown to the toe, both to the body and the mind and the feeling and the elements. Entirety is completely filled with the white light and the white light that carries nectar that is purifying antidote, and that brings about, purifying all the negativities, all the like sicknesses, human, non-human harms, etc. The second visualization is the nectar enter from the crown and directly goes down to the feet. Then like a mug, like a glass, you fill with water, then overflow, let it overflow. So if there's a dust in the beneath of the glass, you pour the water. When the water overflow, the dust will be taken out. So similar like that, you just entire your, we say the nectar goes down to the feet level. Then from there, when the nectar is coming up, all the negativities, all the sicknesses, like kind of pushing up. Then from all the pores, from the body, from everywhere, it just, purify it out. Then the third one is the light and nectar just reach to entirety of your mind and the body. Without in a not a gradual way. It just reach out to every single your feelings, your heart, your body. Then instantly purifies, like in the dark room when you on the light, the darkness vanish right there. And the similar like visualizations, so briefly, you can do like that. So now this complete the two opponent power from the four opponent power. The first one is power regret. Second one is power reliance, the refuge, visualization of Vajrasattva on your crown. So this complete the two opponent power. Now the third one is power remedy, which is the mantra recitation. So the mantra is Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Tino Patita Tido Mebawa Sudo Koyo Mebawa Subo Koyo Mebawa Anurado Mebawa Sarva Siddhi Mebrayaza Sawakama Susame Siddham Shiriyam Guru Hum Ha Ha Ho Bhagavan Sawatata Gata Vajamame Munja Benze Bawa Mahasamaya Sato Ahung Pe. So the meaning of the mantra: you, Vajrasattva, have generated the holy mind, the bodhicitta, according to your pledge, Samaya. Your holy mind is enriched with the simultaneous holy actions of releasing transmigrated beings from the samsara. Whatever happens in my life, happiness or suffering, good or bad, with the please, holy mind, never give up, but please guide me. Please stabilize all happiness, including the happiness of upper realm, actualizing all actions and the sublime and common realization. And please make the glory of the five wisdom abide in my heart, in my heart. So this is a brief meaning, or the meaning. There are quite a few ways of illustrating the meaning. So this is what Kyabdul Lama Sopa Rinpoche have translated the meaning in this way. So then it's how to purify during mantra recitation. There are three ways to make purification while reciting the mantra. One can do all the three or only one, whatever is most comfortable and depending on one's individual's practice. So the first method, which I already introduced briefly, so now more detail here. The first method is, first you visualize the white blissful nectar following from the Vajrasattva who is sitting on your crown, and that white blissful nectar following from the crown chakra and entering into the central channel. It is spread throughout your nervous system, flowing very strongly like water coming from a hose, or like a very powerful shower, and flushes out all negativities of your body, speech, and mind, through the opening and the pores of the lower part of your body. All this negative energy is expelled in the form of snakes, scorpions, ants, lungworms, etc., or as a black tar or dirty black oil. Feel that you are completely purified, clear, especially your gross negativities, and overcome with the blissful energy. So if you are doing okay, so this is the first method. Now the second method, Second method, the blissful white nectar slowly fill your body, starting from below, from the feet. As the level of nectar rises, your negativity start to rise as well, floating on top of the nectar, like oil floating on water. Your negativities and defilements are slowly pushed upward by the by the pure nectar energy. It gradually overflows out of your body through your crown chakra. You experience great bliss. Now the third method, an immense amount of powerful light energy, limitless blissful energy in the form of light radiates from the Vajrasattva's heart. Immediately as it makes contact with your crown chakra, the negative energy, especially your ignorant attachment energy, completely disappears, just as when a bright light is switched onto the dark room. The darkness instantly and completely disappears. You cannot say that the darkness leaves through the window or through the door when the light is turned on. It just disappears, no longer exists anywhere at all. So things similar like that, it just vanish. Then recite the mantra 7 or 21 times or as many times as possible, practicing the three techniques of the downward cleaning, upward cleaning, and instant cleaning. So to add to these three kind of meditation, let's say if you are doing either of it, let's say the first one, if you knew that that whatever inconvenience to the body and mind is due to certain form of sicknesses, that's to do with certain kind of sicknesses, like, and it can be anything like flu or cancer or whatever. Then when you do this, either the first or the second or third, whichever visualization you do, you visualize the cleansing coming out is like a blood pass, like a blood and pass. If you knew that the obstacle or the sicknesses is due to spirit harm, naga harms, the harms of elements, elemental spirits, then you visualize what coming out from the cleansing is like a scorpion, poisonous scorpion, like, coming out and completely, discard beyond return. If you know that the obstacle or the sickness is due to past negative karma, past, some time ago, beginning of life or past lifetimes, then when the cleansing thing that come out is black shoot, like this, like very sticky, dark, oil like that, or like black shoot, the black smokes coming out. If you don't know the cause of the problem, the cause of, it could be business obstacle, relationship obstacle, health obstacle, you don't know the cause, then you can do, if you are using just one of this remedy, meditation, And you can do 3 times. The first time, if in case these are the cause of maybe the energy related to my health issue, my mental health issue, which doctor also unable to detect. If in case, then you do the first visualization, as just mentioned. The very much the purifications are coming out in the form of blood and pus. Then you do the second round, which cleanse like a poisonous scorpions coming out like that. Then the third one, then the black shoot coming out like that. So you can apply this to the first one, the second remedy, the third remedy. It is wonderful to engage all the 3, which is most effective to practice. So that's one thing. Now, either you do these 3 one by one, or in one technique you do 3. There's another meditation is, when you do one by one, the first time when you do, you understand that you purify the gross obstacles, negativities, whatever it may be, gross one. Then whatever didn't manage to purify from the first purification, then when you conduct the second remedy, that time you purify it, more subtle one. When you do the final one, then subtle of the subtlest one, even from the root that you should visualize is purified. Then another version is, first one you purify negativities related to the body, second one purify negative related to the speech, third one related to the heart. So there are quite a number of versions, and you can just use it, all of them is correct. So whatever you feel comfortable. But one thing is that at the end of the purification, you need to gain a full confidence, at least reasoning that the purification practice, the negativities you wish to purify, everything, everything good or bad, everything exists in the nature of interdependently existing, or in the nature of emptiness. So therefore, I already created interdependent condition to purify. That means in the natural law, you already achieved the antidotes. So that's why you shouldn't doubt. You shouldn't doubt that, or maybe it didn't purify it. Because everything exists interdependently. That means as long as you create interdependent cause and condition, then why not? It shouldn't against the nature, right? So that's one thing. Now, second is, since the power of reliance is Buddha, like Vajrasattva, is the enlightened quality, how can I doubt? I may doubt myself, but I cannot doubt the Buddha. So therefore, the power of reliance is a Buddha, or the refuge, object of refuge. So therefore, in that manner, definitely purification has happened. You need to have that confidence. Now the third one is, I sincerely, wholeheartedly, I want to purify, and I did according with the practice that all the past Buddhas have practiced, and they achieved the benefit. So why not me? So I have these 3 tools to convince myself that the practice definitely worked. And you gain a complete, undoubtful faith and conviction in the practice. And that's one of the way for you to move on with some kind of lightness, some kind of a new person, purified being, pure being, So like earlier I was talking about, sometimes we choose to suffer. We have choice not to. So sometimes when we do purification, we already purified, but then we choose to hold on to, as if we didn't purify. And so there's no benefit of holding on to, even in case that's not true, that really purification didn't happen, but just even psychologically, it's better off that you say, I'm clean. is, I'm already clean. Now I'm very clean, there's a benefit, there's no harm. So here, even in the prayer, there's a teaching that mentioned karsa tende loam dagi hasan da namda me negun to prashum. So it's talking about these three facts: the emptiness, nature, the power of the refuge, and your sincere heart. So you have to move on with the sense of purified. Ultimately, negative or positive is really quality of your mind, right? There's no inherent negativities out there. Inherently existing negativities out there. So if we hold on and grasp onto it, we put ourselves in negative position. So if we have enough wisdom, enough confidence and the faith in the practice, then we actually have the whole reason to move on as a pure new being, like that. No, so here it says like this. This one is to lead to the fourth power of restraint. It says that generating faith in having been purified. Generating faith in having been purified. It's from the crown of my head, Guru Vajrasattva says. So you need to hear like that. Child of the race, your negativities, obscuration, and broken and damaged pledge have been completely purified. Then it's a generate strong faith that all is completely purified, just as the Guru Vajrasattva has says. So now you have to ask yourself, you want to listen to your mind or you want to listen to Guru Vajrasattva? From now on, after you did purification, will you listen to Vajrasattva or you listen to your mind? Whose mind is smarter? Vajrasattva's mind or your mind?
One or the other.
Vajrasattva, right? No, Vajrasattva. Buddha's mind is smarter or you think your mind is smarter?
Buddha.
Okay. Yeah. So then it's a common sense, right? Who should we trust? Vajrasattva or yourself? Huh? Should trust Vajrasattva, right? So the Vajrasattva already declared that all the negativities are purified, then just take it, right? And it's so beneficial to take it. Why want to hold back, right? So it's very nice. Doje sembe shane rigibu. Also doje sembe shane kyoji didida tamzi nyamja tamzi changshin dago sheyesone rana tembe rani gosum doje sembe gosum do yer meche bara your, like, it's actually when you memorize it and you recite it confidently, and it's very nice, very, 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 very uplifting. It's really liberating. It's like a statement, like kind of like give you a very strong kind of seal, say, chop, you say, you are purified. Now you have the certificate, go for. Like that, move on. Like that. So then after in fact, if our faith is enough, then one time is enough, and then and according with the fourth opening power, that from tomorrow onward we never commit negative karma, then we are always clean. But if we know that we are not sure about today, up to today is clean, but from tomorrow onward we don't know, then tomorrow better do Vajrasattva also, day after tomorrow. So until you are completely safe, Vajrasattva should carry on like a body and shadow, in everyday practice. So then now the fourth power. So how many powers gone? Three powers. Power of regret, which is first one. Power of reliance, refuge. Then the power of remedy. So in relation to Vajrasattva practice, the power of regret is, just simply acknowledge all the wrongdoings are wrong, all the negativities are negative, right? And you need to develop some kind of urgency that I need to purify as soon as possible, remembering the four fundamental factors of the karma, which we have discussed before, Then the power of reliance is to visualize the Vajrasattva. You visualize Vajrasattva where? The most common one to everybody is to visualize on top of your crown. But you can also visualize self as a Vajrasattva if you have initiations. You can also visualize in front of you and radiating light and nectar sending towards you like that. And can you do the purification practice for others? Yes, you can do. You visualize Vajrasattva, similar your sitting posture like this, and sending out the light rays, nectar, and all the visualizations are same, except the person is different. So whenever you see someone going through some negativities, some sufferings, you can do the purification for them. Of course, you won't able to purify as like they themselves purify, but at least you will condition for them to achieve purification, Yeah. Then the power of antidote is like recitation of the mantra and visualizations of the nectar, and especially those three visualizations. We call the Mande is like purify like shower. Yande is to purify like purifying upward. Then Pude is like the instant purification, So these three to remember. So then now the fourth power, the power of restraint, refraining from creating negativities again. So then how you do this? Before Guru Vajrasattva, I vow now never again to commit those negative actions from which I can easily abstain. So you see, those easily can abstain. Now from now on, you can pledge and be mindful. Those are difficult to abstain. Those unavoidable, like while walking, like stepping onto the insects. This is quite unavoidable. So that, like as I mentioned before, you need a certain time frame. Right now, you're not moving, so any harmful action that you conduct when you're moving, I will not commit, even cost of my life, until I get up, so that kind of thing. And not to commit for a day or an hour or at least few seconds those negative actions from which I find it difficult to abstain. So this complete the four opponent power. Now as according with sadhana, then now you observe the Guru Vajrasattva. It says Guru Vajrasattva is extremely pleased with your pledge. Guru Vajrasattva is a real being. So you can relate like a real person who is really so happy to hear that. And when you hear the statement from him, like you are purified, really like, you hear through the wisdom ear, you heard the language that Vajrasattva voicing out, He even say, my lineage, a child of my lineage, means he already adopted you as a family member like that, You see. Then Vajrasattva is so pleased that you are so sincere in purification, and especially that from now on that you do not want to commit any negative karma in that way. Then Vajrasattva melt into a light and dissolve into you. So when we say Vajrasattva melt, it's more like the light kind of like become more concentrated. Initially it's like the light manifests in all the characteristics of his body. Now it start to draw all those light from the outer side to the center. we have visualized that he's sitting on the lotus, then mundis, all are light energy. So like the lights are kind of like dissolving into the center of around his heart area. And even the image become like a more concentrated, more smaller, it's like a one kind of like a energy form like that. Vajrasattva melt into light and dissolve into you. So the moment Vajrasattva start to, dissolve into, that concentrated light, the light body automatically cause to open your central channel, which head is here, where we have the curly hair. So it naturally opened. Then the light enter from that channel is very much like a pipe, hollow pipe like that. It's like vacuum, like this, suck like that. So the light, the pipe of light is connected all the way to our heart channel between the two chairs above the stomach. So there's a heart chakra. Again, your innate being, which is Vajrasattva being, the Buddha being, also residing on the lotus and mundix, just like the Vajrasattva did before. So again, you just, if you want to do more elaborate visualization, even though our normal heart is here, but when you visualize the heart chakra, it's like a normal heart. It's something like this. Automatically, you see them like an open lotus flower, like 8 petal, like that. The heart kind of like open and into 8 petal lotus. In the center is a mundis. In the center is a white syllable hum, which is your clear light. Your clear light being, your Buddha being. That is your innate Vajrasattva. So when we also call front generated Vajrasattva, which is on top of your crown, that light, the Vajrasattva, emerge into that syllable hum, which is Vajrasattva within. And since it's light form, energy form, it becomes inseparable. Oneness. The moment it becomes oneness, then the lotus close. The 8 petal lotus close. Which before Vajrasattva descended, the clear light mind was like closed like this, like in the center of lotus like that. Now for the purpose is open. But now already received the Vajrasattva, outer Vajrasattva into the inner Vajrasattva, close again. So after close, then you recite 100-syllable mantra or short mantra. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya. So it's like this. Now the lotus close is like Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Tinopatita Tito Membo Sudokoya Membo Subokoya Membo Anurado Membo Sawasidi Membo is the Sawagama Sutta Metsidam Shri Kurum Haha Hobagama Sawatata Kata Benzama Mem Benza Baba Ma Samaya Sado Ahong Pe. It's like a rope. The rope of the garland of mantra. Again, it is in the light energy form. You tie them so that it will never open. It will forever stay inseparable. The Guru Vajrasattva and your innate Vajrasattva or you will never be separated until you achieve your resultant Vajrasattvahood. Then after that, then you also recite another round. Om Vajrasattva Samaya, you recite. And this one is placing a seal of the indestructible cross Vajra seal from the top, like this, like that. So with the mantra. And if you want to visualize, these mantras are very much appear as like Vajra, but it is the latter form into a Vajra in white color, and it is indestructible. Nothing can destroy. Vajra means nothing can destroy. Means nothing. This rope of Vajra nothing can break it. So that way you never have to be separated from Vajrasattva being. the pure being, purified being. So then your body, speech, and mind become inseparable, one with the Guru Vajrasattva's holy body, speech, and mind. So this is very important. After you have done all this, and you did this simple visualization, which now everyone become master of this. So simple, right? Become a light, open the pipe, then boom, the vacuum, then go in, you open your heart, the lotus, then mundis, then there's again, your Vajrasattva is inside there in the light energy form to emerge. Of course, it becomes even more powerful, more pure, amazing, more obvious. Then close it, you tie the Vajra knot, seal it, keep it. You see, so now just be aware of the pure being, the Vajrasattva being, never go back to thinking this miserable being, this impure being, or this so much negative, etc. No, it's Vajrasattva being. And this is called the divine pride. You uphold the divine pride. So divine pride is not an ego, it's a humility. It's that most humble spirit, like when you become Buddha, you see Buddha in everybody, like how humble it is, right? The egoic people, only they see the Buddha and they don't see Buddha. They see only everybody is wrong. You see, for Buddha, they see everybody as a Buddha. That's the most humility mind of humility. So now you practice that humility, because you are Vajrasattva now, you see yourself as Vajrasattva, you see everybody as a Vajrasattva. Everybody is a pure, you see. So even you see impure also, you try to purify them, with the tools of compassion, with the tools of wisdom of emptiness, like that, you see. So then after that is meditate on emptiness. In emptiness, there is no I, creator of negative karma. There's no actions of creating negative karma. There's no negative karma created.
So isn't that looking yourself as the deity? Like the one is visualize.
Yeah.
That means something like visualize as the deity.
Not visualize. It's just recognize. Yeah, it's not just in the visualized form. You are really. Actually, even now you are really.
Yes, what do you call it? The
Initiation.
What tantric practice? Tantric.
It's like you can call as tantric practice, but even in a common practice, we are by nature is Buddha. We just need to recognize it. Nothing to do with tantra.
Because this is
but tantra actually meaning, we think tantra means something that's very scary, very profound, very sacred. Tantra simply meaning protection from the impure views means tantra. Whenever you see Buddha within Buddha everywhere, you are in tantra. You are upholding tantra. Means you manage to protect from impure views. So even you are practicing tantra, but you see everywhere impure, you see yourself ordinary, you are not practicing tantra. You didn't manage to practice tantra.
Not empowered to do that.
No, there's nothing can empower to do that. Even though we give name called empowerment. There's no such thing, like I empower you, then suddenly you become like a light body, you become deity. It's just a term, the term that which is ultimate goal. Who really empowers? You empowers. Nobody can empower you. You have to empower by yourself. By what? By wisdom. Wisdom what? Wisdom of pure view. It's by realizing the truth. That empowers us, Otherwise, we receive initiation. What we feel is the vase touching on the head, but actually after that, it was nothing changed until we change our own impure view to pure view. Ordinary pride to divine pride. You see, like I always say like this, express this fact. For Buddhas, all of us are Buddha. For Buddha, he don't see anybody is limited, suffering, impure being. So in Buddha's eye, everybody is Buddha. Everywhere is Pure Land.
Because some of them cannot practice, some can practice.
Although that one is, that one is more technical level. But in actual practice, everything can be practiced. And you can actualize Buddha right here. But technical level, yes, then there's, like even though today we discussed, technical level, without renunciation, Vajrasattva practice, no meaning. Without emptiness, Vajrasattva practice, no meaning. These are technical. But ultimately, even though you didn't learn the renunciation, bodhicitta, emptiness, that traditional way, but you somehow you understood, you have the knowledge, and then you have the practice of Vajrasattva, you're already qualified, right? It's almost like I think I have a lot of qualifications of those who went to university. I have no certificate. I think many of us like that, yeah. Certain knowledge that which university people who got a certificate, sometimes we are smarter than them, but we don't have certificate. Technically, we are not qualified, but in reality, we are qualified, as equal as that. So sometimes we say, like in certain tantric rituals, I'm not a tantric monk, I'm a philosopher. Yeah. So many people don't know, but if we do some ritual things, we go together. The tantric training monk things, maybe he don't know anything. But when we start to do things, you can be better than them. So technically you are not, but actually in practice you are, like that. An example. Sometimes, there are a few times I make torma, means ritual cakes. And usually this is like tantric, who train in tantric school, they know how to. The rest is as if don't know. So like for me, I learned because I'm attendant to the masters. So I didn't go to the tantric school to learn, but I learned from the master by becoming a servant, right? Like the cook, servant cook, you serve the cook, you know everything, all the recipes, but you are not professional chef, right? But when you cook, you can cook better than the professional chef sometimes, like that. So I make toma. The people all shocked. It's like, wow, how come you know? You are not in our gang. How come you know? So I'm just giving example in many knowledge, like that. So the tantra, this initiation, all this, you follow the technical level. Yes, they are like, you need this for that, you need this for that, otherwise you cannot do this, cannot do that, like that, But if you really know the practice, you can do everything from the very beginning. We make it so complicated in relative world. And ultimately, it's emptiness. Everything is like void of all the complications, void of all these differences. Everything one taste, but we don't know. That's why we are very complicated. so just that. So just that. So that means anybody can practice. In actual practice, anybody can practice. We have to, in fact, whole reason of the Dharma teaching is for us to recognize true self. And the true self is Buddha, right? So now this kind of visualization is actually training us every now and then to remind ourselves who we are. Focus on who we are. Means we are actually is Vajrasattva already, but we never think about it. We never recognize it. So through this kind of practices, keep reminding I'm Vajrasattva. Now you need to uphold, through this visualization, it's kind of like you are structurally kind of like you arrive to really become a Vajrasattva, at least, in visualization, right? So now you train to see I am Vajrasattva. And that also, it brings a great impact like that. But people don't know how to practice. That's why I say renunciation, bodhicitta, emptiness is necessary. If we don't know how to practice, when they say divine pride, it it sidetrack into a ego pride. So sometimes you see, people who practice this, they behave worse than anybody else. They say, no, they look down at everybody. They say, I'm Buddha. They say, you all are, like far away. You have no initiation, you have no tantra, you have this and that. They say, I'm divine pride, divine. So that means they didn't understood. The preparatory practice is not there. Foundation is not there. You see, so it's only very loud, but there's no essence. So like that. So that's why just now I used the word. The moment you practice the divine pride, you become the humblest person. You will practice humility. So important to mention this. Means you see everybody as a Buddha. Not the other one. I encounter some, there's a school everywhere, He said, cannot touch this, cannot do this, why here? He said, you don't have initiation. I have initiation. I can do this, Then I say, oh, how can you behave like this? I'm in divine pride. Divine pride of Yametaka. So that's why I want to be like very awful, He said, no, you should sit at the last seat. Go back. Yeah. So not just in this practice, any practice, any Dhamma practice, how much practice you have, you will know from the how great deal of humility you have, how much you respect others, right? The more the knowledge you have in Dhamma teaching, the more the humble you become. You see, if you see a geshe very humble, it's true geshe, true scholar. If you see a geshe who is like boasting everywhere, or who is like like that, and that means it's zero geshe. It's just a name, title geshe, but actually zero, like that. So the Dhamma practice is the humbleness, humility. Like even like sitting on the throne like that, you only sit because of respect to the Dhamma. Otherwise, whatever the teaching receiver arrange, even lower than them also, you cannot be affected. For you, same. The Dharma doesn't decrease or increase. The person cannot feel pride when you sit on the throne and like facing outward. The moment you feel that, the Dharma becomes toxic. Whatever you expound is like cannot heart touch. It's very loud, but cannot touch the heart. So that's why when we go to sit, to remind that we do like this, to remember the impermanent, to remember the emptiness nature. Before we sit, we think and then sit like that. Because the motivation is so important, so important. But for Dharma, the thrones are expressions of respect to the Dharma. We cannot refuse. There you cannot say, oh, I'm practicing humility, I don't want to sit on throne. No, if you want to speak rubbish, then don't sit on throne. But you want to expound Dharma, if they put a throne that which is even like beyond the ceiling, you should sit. Even you need to put a ladder, also you should go up. Showing respect to the Dharma, like that. Okay. Oh, so he said, place your mind in the emptiness for a little while. In this way, look at all phenomena as empty. They do not exist from their own side. With this awareness of okay, this is also emptiness. You see, it's there but not there. This is a big reminder. So with awareness of emptiness, dedicate the merit. Is it? There's a I think the 13th Dalai Lama, I think one of his son is Dalai Lama. There's what do you call? So there's one geshe, always always have a tea time and chat together with his holiness. And he say he's the most funny. Geshe. He always like tease his holiness and make joke, make funny thing, always bring laughter, like what Chu just did. So there's one time that it was, they bursting into laugh, and some more there's also another sound came up, So his holiness was burst into laugh, then his holiness conclude the person, the geshe, before that, he has a karma to be born in the animal realm or something. And just because of he regarded his holiness as the guru, and not about because he make offering service, he just make fun and make his holiness as a guru to very like relax and laugh. He said purify all the more effective than Vajrasattva practice. Purify all the karma. Just because of brought laughter. So now, you brought everybody so much. Otherwise, like, the teaching has become quite intense. Okay, now I need to stop also. So you brought the very good conclusion of, I think purification. So thank you for that. Okay, so he said, okay, just nice. Now the dedication here. So he said, now then in the sadhana, now dedicate, after you have done all those practices. So you see, so this is a benefit of purification. When you gain purification, you become a light-minded person. You become a really, you become this has to happen in the realistic view. You see, you cannot be like so stressed. We talk about so much about anxiety, stress yesterday. So you just need to release it.
They find a microphone that works.
Did they find a microphone that worked?
Yeah.
For the multi-page?
Yeah.
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 We found two in the
You
corner.
found two?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm.
Good work.
Okay, so I will recite the dedication, okay? Due to the merit of this virtuous action, may I quickly attain the state of Guru Buddha and lead all living beings without exception into the enlightened state. So later, no need to do, another round of dedication. Since this in the sadhana, we also take the opportunity to dedicate our time together these few days, and also all the merits of the past, all the merits of the future, and all the merits of three-time Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, we dedicate like this. May the supreme jewel bodhicitta that has not risen arise and grow, and may that which has arisen not diminish, but increase more and more. Due to all these merits of the three times collected by all the Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, myself, and all other sentient beings, who appears to be real from their own side, but who are empty, may I, who appears to be real, but it is empty, achieve Guru Vajrasattva's enlightenment, which appears to be real, but it is empty. Empty means empty of inherently existent. And lead all sentient beings who appears to be real, but are totally empty of inherent existence, to that enlightenment which appears to be real, but it is empty of inherent existence. But myself alone, by myself alone, who appears to be real, but it is also totally empty, non-existent from its own side. May I and all other sentient beings have Lama Tsongkhapa as our root direct guru in all our lifetimes, never be separated from even a second from the pure path that is greatly praised by the conquerors Buddhas and actualize the complete path, the three principal path and two stages of the Haisukhi Tantra, the root of which is Guru devotion with our mind as quickly as possible. Just as a brave Manjushri and Sambanabhadra realize things as they are, I dedicate all these virtues in the best way that I may follow after them. Whatever dedication that three times victorious ones gone to bliss have admired as best, in the same way I also perfectly dedicate all these root of the virtues so that I may perform good works. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Maybe you bring the Kuan Yin statue in. So I will do just 1-2 minutes. I will do the short consecration of the new Kuan Yin statue that we just feel the mantra. Then also I have the protection wheel, hierarchy of protection wheel. I will share with all of you. And blessing string. So this one is a lot of mantras recited and blessed. So this one is a short one, so you can tie on your wrist instead of wearing here. Then also, okay. Yeah, and how about maybe you can come and receive this while the statue coming in. At this point. Thank you. Thank you. Take care. Thank you. Thank you.
And right here.
Huh?
Right. I give you the what, isn't it?
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Perfect.
So maybe you can use the same thing.
Yes, we will. Thank you.
Oh, sorry. It's okay. Thank you. Please take it. It's okay. It's okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So sorry. Thank you. Take care. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry, the chakra is finished. It's okay. Thank you. Pay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Where the Kuan Yin was here. Okay. Sanji Shuda Sui Suna La, the Jubata Tana Jasu, Dagi Shuda Jiba Sunam Jidola Benji, Sanji Rubaja Sanji Shuda Sui Suna, Shanjubata Tana Jasu. Dagi Jinso Jiba Sunam Jidola Benji, Sanji Dubara, Sho, Simjatam Jadawada, Devijuda, Tipachi, Simjatam Jadunga, Dunga, Juda, Davaji, Simjatam Jadunga, Medawada Middle, Simjatam Jeniricha, and Jidan. Tanyola Nebara Juru, Tamjadun, Sajida Samala, Mebada, Latanya, Hashi, somebody to Mala Simja, when you could do the Pujimization. Wana Malayanda Jum de Koje, the shares so children, Jubes, Madam Dalaco, so Chidam Yata, and Median. Salamajaba, the Johanna, Meda, the Majudo, so Jadu, and the Nalas, Medal, and Bemachi, but the Chis, the Badu, but Sajata Brashus, so. The Ambaraja, those Madam Jelata, the Majum, Malabas, almost so that the Benza, so Hacho, Jonachubes, and the Chos, Madam Jatalaco. She said, Namjeta, Nebes, and Jagana, the meaning and the Salamaji, but the Johanna, and Meda, the Machu, so Chira, the Yakuzo, and the Nalas, the Metal, and the Message, but Zido, the Badumabazia, the Majo, the Majuna, those Yet the Majum of Malabas, Omsura, the Benza, so George, and Jubes, and the Chos, Madam Jatalaco, so she and the Metal, and Jagana. Salamajaba, the Johanna, and Meda, the Machu, so Chira, the Yakuzo, and the Nalas, the Metal, the Maji, but the Chos, Meda, the Message, the Machos. The Marjane does Vietnam Jennifer, the Majumodo Malibum, so that it Benza, so you also consecrate, I will visualize to consecrate all the holy objects here, all the things, and also your ornaments, watches, books, blessing strings, everything that what you have also consecrate together, and also those of the pictures, holy object you have in your mobile device, iPads. 지지 메다 주다 내론지 가바지 봐도 와서 이제 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 준대 준대 줘봐줘 고바 가바지 신도 나서 손에 손에 줄이지 내 감도 되네 저게 된거연서 엄예 다마해도 봐도 되지 다다가도 해봐도 되가 저래 밤에 마시면 해서 엄예 다마해도 봐도 되지 다다가도 해봐도 되가 저래 밤에 마시면 해서 엄예 다마해도 봐도 되지 제가 전에 밤에 마시면 해서 이 우리리리리 오아마서 가가가가 자자자냐 다다다다다다 봐봐 야라라바샤 이제 소라제 소즈메로 뭐라 나마르제 주게라고 다에면 고저 주데다 세데 바도 템브라 쇼소 먼저 방아와제 예레보다 지데서 니고 뭐데 마조마 바사니 베마다 마지레 징아와 데네지데 베르지 담보데 니와데 베주라미어 바주에다 바지고 나라시 바든 지베데 니바 근데 바시데 바다지 좀 메달라 타나마 예치베 소예드랑 와다지 나베지 데네지데 베다지 소바 베다 조아미가 베신도 번서 심제를 하고 삼바제젠데 베다시 쇼니 모델에 챤데니 메고야데레 신이제도 데레 Kunjo Sumje Tashi, Jumde Dijabataman, the Mazubas and the Manazoji Yabola Chato, Johnson Kuda Samala Chato, Diadom, Bizarre Obedism to the Zamis, Diadom, Bizarre Obedism to the Zamis. Diadom, Bizarre Obedism to the Zamis, Jim Dijabataman, the Mazubas and Yamid, Yabola Jim Dijabataman, more than Molada Gerado, the Yabola Chato, Major Sajavajala, the Luami Betan, but the Yahosan Betu. Namda membe nego do juru echi nyamon dele sendele nyime kuyan dele jinze tado dele kunjo somje ta shi sho. Thank you so much. Thank you very, very much. And
Is it okay to have one question?
oh, sure.
Says Gishla, I wanted to ask about reciting the Vajrasattva mantra for those who have died in the Bado. Is of benefit to them. How many recitations would you recommend? Thank you.
I see. Definitely beneficial to recite Vajrasattva mantra those who pass away. There's no number, no limited number. Just recite as much as you can, You can even dedicate Vajrasattva 100,000 retreats, daily Vajrasattva practices for them. Always beneficial. Yeah. Yeah. So thank you so much, Per and Shu. Always putting. Oh, more question. Okay, sure.
What is this?
This is a higher giver. It's a lawful aspect of Kuan Yin or Chenrezig, lawful aspect to it's a protection to dispel any sin, unseen, human, non-human hindrances. So it's just keep in your pocket, just keep in your bag, and it's very good, very good. So it's a Kuan Yin's blessing, Chenrezig's blessing. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, I just want to express deepest gratitude for Per and Shu and the family here, preserving Potova study group for so many years, it's not easy to preserve the Dharma Center. Of course, Per, Shu, they have a good committee, good volunteers, like such as Dawn, who is, I didn't manage to see him here this time, and there are many of you others. Pat, and then Lane, and yeah. So I am very, very bad in remembering the names, but I know you. I know each and every one of you. So yeah, it's not easy to preserve Dharma centers. And also, not easy to attract people to Dharma, to the Dharma centers, to the temples. Not because of Dharma is not beneficial, not because of Dharma is unattractive. Because to attract to Dharma centers, to the temples, to the sanghas, you need a lot of merit. because it's the Dharma energy, energy of the holy objects are so pure, so powerful, so not easy to feel comfortable if you don't have a similar level of energy. Not easy to, let's say, nightclub, pub, you will find more people than in the Dharma centers. It doesn't mean it's bad, but the energy, how it attracts. Especially if there's a lot of drinking place, there will be more people. uh, yeah, and more people attracted to, smoke, take drugs. Even though, you see the cigarette package show very nasty, very scary pictures. And also, they say the cigarette is bad for health, but majority of people go for it, consume it.
I just want to say something. I've been thinking about that a lot. I don't think a lot of it comes down to low sense of self-worth and not being good enough, not being accepted, not having a space to just be. One thing I love about the Tibetan community is that you do provide that space to love and transform. I found this practice very powerful, and maybe it should be started to be taught in Western schools at preschool.
Yeah, right. Wonderful. Yes, that's right. So, so therefore, even though not the community here itself is very small community compared to many other places, but also not because of small community. Some big cities, there are centers in the big cities. Very few people also turn out. So it's not because of small community also. If you really want, you see our participants, some came from very far. They came from very, very far. So it's more about ripening of karma, the connection. So, but it's not easy to ripen the connection, not easy to ripen meritorious karma. So therefore, what my meaning is that since the motivations of the preserving the center, preserving the activities is bodhicitta, as I mentioned before in the teaching, you already managed to reach out to entire sentient being. So therefore, your benefit cannot be counted by how many people turn out to your Dharma events, how active people are coming into Dharma center. That is important, but that is not the benchmark. The moment of your body motivation is great compassion and bodhicitta, you already managed to benefit entire sentient being. You managed to reach out to entire sentient beings. So therefore, just wanted to say, I rejoice all of you who put effort, who come together to continue to preserve, and keep it up. Even one person that you're able to lead onto the path and sustain and be the condition for them to continue to keep up with the path, that itself is actually serve the purpose of the existence of the Dharma. So therefore, in that sense, there are many people you already benefited. So therefore, I rejoice, and especially for Padova study group here. One thing very special I find, because I travel all around the world and almost most of the centers around the world, the interfaith conference, bringing all the religious faith together, it is so difficult. It's not easy to happen. Many places, many centers, they wish to do that, but it's so difficult to people come together. So therefore, this is the Padova Center. Then was a pay. She really make it possible, and this is already 50 or 50 years. of interfaith conference, and we, it again, it doesn't matter how big crowd is there, but the representation is so important. And to their own community, they will hear, they will see eventually, and they see the message of unity and the common ground of all the religious faith. The religious harmony in understanding of the common ground is almost important. Otherwise, always stay misunderstanding, always think that my one is best, your one is not good enough, or maybe misinterpretations of their main core teachings. So the moment we start to speak, start to share the values or the teachings, then wow, ultimately it's almost the same. It's just a different skillful tools to benefit, different dispositions of the people, and faith. So you see, so this is one of the most beautiful thing that you all you don't have a support from all of you. She also cannot do much. And without her leadership, no one can do anything. You see, so that combination is amazing. And of course, Chu is always the backbone, who make support for Pei to do what she needed to do, what she needed to achieve, So, and just during lunchtime, I was telling to some of you, I said, I find so amazing in her home here. Look at her beautiful two children. We are like, one way we're intruding into their privacy. Their living room. For me, I'm intruding all the way into their room. I'm living here, and all of us, we intrude all the way into their living room and their dining hall, their kitchen. And these two kids, they are like so comfortable, so happy, and just like welcome everybody in that way. And it's not easy. And this is also is how they brought up the children from very beginning, like we are for all, everybody's our family, like that. So that also is a great inspiration that I always enjoy. And all of you feel so comfortable, right? You feel like family. You're coming back here, it's like coming to their house is like a family. Having meal together is like family reunion, like that. So it's really, really beautiful. In not many places that you can have like that access, you see. So I'm really, really, really thankful, and especially I really appreciate the interfaith kind of dialogues and conference and meetings. I really deeply have interest in that, and it's always like the highlight somehow. So keep it up, and I think. All the other religious community also, I think, understood how important, and they look, everybody's so happy. And the foods is so delicious, and the conversation is very relaxed and sharing and nice, right? So thank you so much. I just want to say thank you and keep it up. Keep it up. And I'm very happy to be here, and thanks for hosting me. And yeah. Thank you.
Lovely.
And thank you, each and every one of you, for your patience listening to my blah, blah. Thank you. Okay, yeah, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Take care. And also, some of you see, with, difficult, your travelings, and you put so much effort, you never missed. You never missed coming. Yeah, but it's very inspiring.
I was drained and
Yeah, very inspiring, even with the physical, can I say disability?
yeah.
I hope it's not, and it's just like it never stop you pursue the path and pursue the practice. So it's really, really, and I'm very thankful for, our sister taking good care. I always say thank you, and I appreciate, and actually one of my dedication today, I didn't do detail. I always dedicate that whoever is taking care of anybody, even a pet, no question about human beings, is dedicating the merit for them to have a long life, good health, and they have all the resources so that they can help, they can take care of others who needs. Then our Caroline, can you imagine with she's so independent, and she's in this age and this condition. She never give up Dharma. You are great inspiration. You are teaching all of us. So, yeah, stay strong like that, okay? Thank you so much. And thank you. Some of you drive so far. And yeah, all of you, I'm really, thank you. You are teaching me so much, so I need to practice a lot. Yeah, and thank you very much for those who are online, for your effort, for your time. You are contributing to, preserve the Dharma. So thank you for each and every one of you. Take care, okay? Bye-bye.
Thank you. You have thanked everybody on behalf of
Yeah,
me. But
Yeah.
we all also want to thank you.
Thank you,
And
thank you.
also, we will dedicate all merit
Yeah,
to
thank you.
long life.
Thank you.
stable
Thank you.
life, we can benefit all
Thank you.
future beings.
Thank you.
Please come back.
Thank you.
again.
Yes, thank you.
Yes,
Yes, please.
I have a question.
Sure.
In regards to multi-faith gatherings like we had yesterday,
Mhm.
how many other places, like in this country or state, do this sort of thing?
In my knowledge, for me, no, it didn't really happen. If I remember, it didn't really happen any other state yet.
Should you pay?
That's very important, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yes.
and even other countries, I think this kind of interfaith, like coming so many, religious faith coming together, it was very rare. Sometimes like maybe interfaith within the Buddhist communities, Buddhist different traditions, but not really with. But I had one or two interfaith conference, but not as many different groups, many faiths. I think here got how many? Eight different faiths come together. So not so easy.
It's all because of all the other faiths' open arms.
So here also, yeah, all the other faiths, they are so happy to involved.
Otherwise,
It was 8.5
Yeah.
because the Anglican lady had to come and have
Yeah.
the state too. Yeah.
They're mainly in capital cities. This is like the only one that's like a regional city
Yeah.
that does it.
Yeah,
Mm.
but I think many people aspire to have this kind of environment, but I think not so easy.
Refugees that have come from war-torn country,
Mm,
and been also relocated up to Woomba.
okay,
Yeah, the two places in Australia.
okay.
Yeah. And the council once put in the paper here
Mm.
an invitation to the whole community. to
Oh.
open up.
Oh, very good. Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, wonderful. Thank you. Okay, sorry. I hope I'm not keeping you all too long. Good night. Thank you. I can off, right?
yeah.
Thank you, Geshe-la.
Thank you.
Thank you, Geshe-la. See you soon.